Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Yahleali in this incarnation. Today, I wanted to talk about the full moon in Aquarius that we are going to have on August 1st. This full moon is going to be on the 9th degree of Aquarius, and every full moon is a closure of a cycle of 6 months. And in every full moon, the moon is in opposition with the sun. So this is a moment of revelation and illumination. Okay, the energy of Aquarius is very much linked with freedom. Its regent is Uranus, which is in Taurus, and I'm going to talk about this later. And the old regent is Saturn, which is in Pisces. So this energy of freedom necessarily is a freedom that requires responsibility, because responsibility is the only way that we can change things, and we can understand that we have the power to perceive the situations in a different way, or to do things to change those situations. So in a video that I did days ago, I explained how the only way to access to this true freedom is through elevation of consciousness. And this is about connecting ourselves to the higher dimensions of our soul or our higher self, so we can elevate our look over all the situations in an individual and in a collective way, and we can understand how everything is interconnected, and how the entire humanity is a net, a big net. So the energy of Aquarius is telling us that we could incarnate with different identifications of the ego. We could incarnate in different families, countries, and even we could incarnate with different lessons to integrate in each incarnation. But we are all the same. In essence, we are all light. This is the axis, Leo Aquarius. So I think it's important to understand that because of we are in an ascension process, we have to understand in a profound way detachment, because detachment, and that is very linked with the energy of Aquarius, is not that I don't care about anything or anyone. It's not about rejection of my body or the material plane, because all of those things are still the separation of the ego. Detachment is the comprehension that everything that is happening in my life and in the collective has a divine purpose. So I am accepting that. And detachment is about the comprehension that everything in this universe has a nature that is transitory and mutable. So we assume the changes, and we practice to assume them the more fluid that we can with time. So that's why it is a practice. And it is not about that I don't care about the chaos outside, because I understand that every chaos, every apparent chaos, in reality has an order. And if I really want to change things outside, if I really want to get this world better and to collaborate with the community, what I have to do is to improve myself as much as I can with all my forces, and to irradiate my light, and to do my part, to collaborate from the place I am with the power I have. So again, this is the axis Leo Aquarius. This full moon has the quality that sun, and both sun and moon and moon, yes, are going to be in a square with Jupiter in Taurus. So Jupiter is this planet that express wisdom. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, and Jupiter is the planet that is telling us everything has a sense here. So it is in a sign of material plane and physical body. So what is telling us, because Jupiter is going to be in a trine with Mars in Virgo, this means that if we are acting, if we are in coherence with our own soul, we can open new ways and resolutions and things that could makes us feel expanded in this material plane. This could be with materialization of something too. But let's remember the divine purpose. I am going to repeat this because I did videos talking about the matter and their relationship with divine purpose, because Pluto, which is in Capricorn, in the last degrees of Capricorn, is telling us, okay, here the old paradigm, all the systems that were constructed with intentions of power and control, all the materialism, all the sexuality that was at service to this materialism, all of these things are going to die because they cannot contain the new consciousness that is descending to this planet. So we all have to do the work in order to detach from all of these things that are still sustaining these systems, and eventually the events outside are going to push us to do that. So I think it's very important to act with the coherence of the soul right now more than ever, in order to open this new access, to open this expansion in our lives, and to manifest what we need in order to continue our evolutionary process. Other thing that is important to mention is that Mercury, which is the planet of communication and ideas, is going to be in Virgo and in an exact opposition with Saturn in Pisces. So this could be something like the shadow of this aspect could be to feel that there are a lot of blockages and limitations, and maybe in the communication with other person, or maybe blockages that I'm feeling with myself. So it's very important to understand how we can use the energy. Mercury in Virgo, it's in its house. So I can use this transit to understand how I can dissolve those blockages by understanding what I have to correct, what I can do better, but not using self-critic as a sabotage. And other thing that I think is very important with Mercury in Virgo, and nowadays with all the social media, is that am I really acting with others? Am I really criticizing from a constructive way, a creative way? Because if I am not doing that, I'm not taking care of my own processes. If I am judging other people, if I am criticizing other people from this place of distraction, from this place of the ego, then I'm not taking care of my own process. And this is something that we have to practice very, very much. This is about humility, and we never reach humility. It's something that we are always have to do, because the ego can take a lot of masks, the mask of being spiritual, the mask of whatever. So it's very important to not place ourselves in the illusion of superiority, and to understand that everyone is in their own process. So what I really have to do right now is to take care of mine, to do whatever I can to improve myself. And other big lesson of Saturn in Pisces is about emotional maturity and the responsibility I have, in this case, with the way I am communicating with others. So I think it's very important, because if we are not acting in coherence with emotional maturity, well, we are going to receive lessons about that. And okay, other thing that I wanted to mention is Venus. That is, Venus is retrograde in Leo and in a square with Taurus. I already talked about this, and I'm going to talk about this later too. So other thing that I wanted to mention before is that Uranus is in Taurus since 2019. And Uranus is this planet of liberation, disruption, changes. And it's like when it passes through a sign, it's like an actualization of the software. So I think Uranus in Taurus is telling us here, physical body, it's important, but also it's important our mental and our emotional body too. So this is about an integration, and the coherence is about all of these bodies. I think many people is understanding this right now, despite of the other changes that Uranus could bring, like economic changes, climatic changes, and technological ones. And it's important to understand that all the things that transpersonal planets like Uranus and Pluto or Neptune brings to us, maybe the ego don't perceive them as good many times, or the ego could not perceive us that way, but good or bad are judgments. What happens really, what always happens in this planet has a divine purpose, every chaos. So we have to learn about that and understand how we cannot repeat those cycles if we don't want to experiment that reality no more. So, okay, I'm going to turn back to Venus. Venus is retrograde in Leo and is in a square with Uranus in Taurus. So this is about breaking free from everything that is preventing ourselves to connect in a more profound way with self-love. Because if we really want to do our part, if we really want to irradiate this light, we really have to contact with self-love. We have to profess this and practice this with ourselves in order to behave that way with others. We cannot give anything to the outside that we are not practicing with ourselves. So this could be about, a profound comprehension of the things that we have to break with. Maybe we are talking about relationships. Maybe we are talking about ways of generating money. Many things that are not aligned with our soul anymore, and they are preventing to connect with this self-love in a more profound way. And I'm saying this because everything that is manifested right now in our entire planet is linked with the way we are relating with each other. So the relationship with ourselves and the relationship that we have with other people is very, very, very important. So, okay, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.